All right, we're looking at the Majohn P138, and this pen retails for around $36. What attracted me to this pen was its style. The first glance was its style, and there's 4 basic styles of this pen. And we'll get to those in a minute, but so it's kind of hard to choose between some of them. Some were not available so at the time that I bought this, but I thought this was pretty cool. The materials are, I'm going to say brass because I tried a magnet on this, and it's either brass or aluminum. Maybe I would go with aluminum, because when I looked inside the cap, you can see down in there, I don't see the brass. I see more of an aluminum finish. Plus the weight of the pen is, it's heavy, but it's not as if it would have been full brass. I was looking at the new, online I was looking at it, the new Diplomat Arrow, and it's a beautiful pen. It's brass, painted black, but kind of antiqued, rubbed, and man, it is a beautiful pen, but apparently it is super heavy. I think the body alone is about 50 grams, total weight is about 70 grams. So this doesn't come anywhere close to that. So I'm thinking it's aluminum. Magnet doesn't stick to it. So, and then on the finials right here, you have the Majohn Moonman logo, and over here, the finials are acrylic. So the shape is an octagon shape. If you can see that there. I think you can see it. Okay, so it's an octagon, 8 sides there. And then on the body, you have these different designs on it. And I thought that was kind of cool. On the cap finial, just has these, this kind of ribbing around the circumference there. But that's all round, and it's octagon through the cap and the body, and then it's round here on the finial as well. Now this is a blind cap, so it's not just a regular finial, because this is a piston filler. The cap is a rivet mount, and as you can see, the material is very thick, and I like the looks of this clip. I like the other one too, but because they use 2 different clips. But the problem with this is it is super strong. I mean, this clip is intensely tight. It is, in my opinion, it is unusable. I was gonna try to get a screwdriver in there to try to pry to see how much pressure it would take, leverage to get that clip to work, but these clips, this particular style, it does not work. But you can tell, I mean, as thick as that metal is, man, that thing is not going to bend. So that's a downside of that. And then on the, not really a band, but on the base of the cap there, it says Moonman, and it doesn't give any other identification of the style of the pen. The cap is threaded, and it takes 1, 2, 3, about 3.5 turns to get this thing off. I mean, that is just crazy. The pen has no ink window, which, you know, I guess an ink window might have kind of messed up the style a little bit, but for piston fillers, or anything other than a cartridge converter pen where you can take off the body and see how much ink you have in there. I like that. I like to have an ink window of some sorts. Now I know some very expensive pens. The Namiki Emperor is, you know, that's a $2,100 pen, and it is eyedropper filled only. So that's all you can do, and there's no ink window on it. So, you know, I mean, expensive pens are like that too sometimes. But yeah, it's kind of regretful. But anyway, it'd be nice to have an ink window. The nib is a number 6 nib. Focus there. Just says Moonman, and it has the Moonman logo and an M down at the base for medium. Again, Majohn, Moonman must have changed their name to Majohn. They're getting rid of all their name materials, so I don't know what the deal is there. Is this pen postable? Yes, it is postable, and you screw it on. Oh. But it is, as you can imagine, very back weighted. I mean, I guess if you're writing at an angle and you have a large hand, it might not be an issue to you, but for me, it would be an issue. These pens kind of remind me of what they call kit pens, and I make some of those. But when they post, they screw on there, and they're about the same size, you know, in the hand like that. All right, now the colors, and I'll put some pictures up there. You have 4 main, and they may differ just a little bit depending on where you're buying them from, but you'll have this full black with the octagon shaped barrels on both the body and the cap, and then the clip will be, this one is it kind of looks chrome on the video, but it's like a gunmetal. And then but I think they have one that's more black, so there's that option. Then they have another one that's all silver, and the clip, now, okay, so it's all silver, the body is octagon shaped, but the cap is octagon shape as well, and it has same kind of clip, only more of a chrome looking color. And then you have 2 other styles, again with the black octagon body and a black cap, but it's a cylinder shape cap, and the clip is a little bit different. It has on the end, it has that ink drop shape end to it, and it looks like it would have, it's constructed such that it would have some give in there, a lot less tension to where making it usable. So you have that all black, and then I think the clip is kind of a gunmetal like this as well. And then you have one that's octagon shape on the body, silver, and then but on the cap it's another black cap, and those two, you know, those other 2 styles have, you know, band and all that. It's just a different cap, and then that other type of clip to it, more useful type. So you know, you got some pretty cool little options there and to check out. All right, let me post some dimensions for this pen, and then we'll come back with some size comparisons. Okay, here we have the Majohn P138. We have the Asvine V136, and we have the Lamy Safari. And then here's one I mentioned some that I made. And so here's one that I made. It doesn't have the clip on it. And here they are uncapped and posted. All right, how about a writing sample? Majohn P138 Piston 138 medium nib. Ink is diamine denim. It's a nice dark blue ink, but kind of dark dusty blue. Nice. No hard starts, no skips. It is smooth, whatever direction you write with it. Wetness, yeah, that's a wet one. Line variation, you can get a little bit out of there. Reverse writing, nice. Hardly any feedback. Puts down a nice, steady, extra fine line, and it keeps up. Well, what else can I say about this? But I do like it. And we'll come back for some closing thoughts and pros and cons. Well, was this purchase worth it for me? Yeah, I think so. Even at $36, which is, you know, it's kind of a mid-range, I guess you could call it, for those for the Chinese pens. But $36. It is a vac filler, so you're going to have some good volume in there. I really don't know how much because I didn't check, but I've been using this pretty extensively, and you know, it hasn't run out yet. So I think the style is one of the pros for this pen. Is different, and I like different style pens sometimes, as long as they're not too far out. But you know, it's just nice to kind of break it up, either with the pattern, you know, the color patterns or whatnot, but just, you know, give me something different. And this pen fits that need. Another pro, this is a nice writer. I enjoy writing with this pen. It is heavy, but I could still use it for long writing sessions. It doesn't, just the body of the pen, it's not that heavy to where you feel like you're gonna wear your hand out. The grip section on this pen is also nice. It's, you know, it's kind of short, but other pens like the Pilot Custom A23 has a short grip, but it works. But so your thumb's going to be up on the body of this pen anyway, and you know, it works. It has a little stop down there, so you know you're going too far. It's an acrylic grip, so you know, it's not slippery, not too slippery, I should say. But it is a nice writer. It's a comfortable writer. Cons is that there's no ink window, but I can live with that. You know, when it runs out, it runs out. Another con is with the cap rotations being 3.5 rotations. If you take the caps on and off, that's going to drive you crazy. I don't. I have a little stand that I put the cap in, and I use that for my pen. So that really doesn't bother me either. Some people may think that it's a little short, unposted. For me, it isn't that bad. It's not near, you know, it's not like a pocket pen. It's longer than the E95, the Pilot E95S. But you know, it might seem a little short for some people. I don't know. I think overall this is a neat pen. I'll call it that. It's a neat pen. So I like this pen. Maybe you will too. If you want something different, check it out. All right, thanks a lot. Check out these other 2 videos. You have a great day.